but that's the thing. Hello, my beautiful, wonderful friends, and welcome to another edition of the Nintendo News Roundup. This edition is coming at you straight from my bed. I'm just lying on my back in bed to do this. I had something of a, I don't want to say health scare. It was a thing, it happened, and I'm fine, I'm not gonna die or anything, but basically I'm recovering from a thing, and it is the most comfortable to just rest as much as I can right now. It's cool, everything's fine. I'm gonna, I'll probably talk about it in a Arlo cast or something. Which means I'm paywalling my medical information. You want to see? You want to see if I'm gonna die? You want to see if I'm okay? You gotta pay $2. Just kidding. I'm totally fine. Absolutely okay. Anyway, on with the news. I would say the biggest news story of the week, and also the most gravely unfortunate. Level-5 has basically halted operations in North America. They've laid off most of their staff and basically are closing their offices in North America. Level-5 is responsible for a number of quite notable game series: Yokai Watch, Ni no Kuni, Professor Layton, definitely probably the number one thing that they are most known for. Those games are wonderful. And yet it seems that they have no plans to localize any future games for North America. Technically, this could mean that they are going to outsource localization. Perhaps, I don't know, they've worked so closely with Nintendo so often. Maybe Nintendo will be helping here. We don't really have any information, but if it's true that they're just not going to localize their games anymore or for the foreseeable future, that would, of course, be really, really sad. I mean, obviously, like Professor Layton, I thought those games were all great. It seems like all these game series I felt did pretty well. I mean, it's Professor Layton. They've sold a ton. It's Professor Layton. Are we not going to get any more Professor Layton games? But again, we don't really know for sure. It could just be that they're not going to do it themselves anymore. I certainly hope that this doesn't mean something wrong is happening at the company. But I guess we'll just kind of have to wait and see if any more news about this comes up. I mean, come on, you can't stop making Layton games. That'd be horrible. Where's the Layton game on the Switch? Like, I've been sitting here waiting for it. I still haven't played most of the old ones, but like, come on. I'm sure a lot of people are waiting for it. On to much more positive and exciting news, though. If you've been around for a while, I've been reporting on basically any time Retro Studios makes any major hires. They've been hiring a great number of industry veterans for a lot of like big roles, managerial roles, design roles, and things like that. But right here, they appear to be hiring some roles that on the surface seem a little bit less grand than the others, but to me are kind of even more exciting. They're hiring 3 product testers and a storyboard artist. In the listing, it says the storyboard artist will help define emotional scenes that will resonate with audiences. This is, of course, exciting because, okay, product testers means they have a product to test. They might not have a big product to test. This could still be very basic prototype stuff, but that still means they have something to play, someone to come and test a product that is very, very cool. And then, of course, a storyboard artist means that they are going to start getting into the story. That means they want someone to help develop like cutscenes and stuff, which means that they have a good grasp of it. Like, all of this basically just means that they are probably actually fairly along in development. We know they restarted the beginning of 2019, which means we are fast approaching the 2-year mark, and I'd say 2 years before, like even before they restarted, I thought the 2-year mark was when we could really start to finally see some concrete details, even if it was just like, like concept art or just teasers, that kind of thing. 2 years is when the game is really starting to come, even if it's a 4-year long game. At the 2, you've got playable stuff, you've got story elements, I assume. So these hires would definitely sort of support the idea that the 2-year mark is a pretty notable milestone. So obviously we will just have to wait and see what else comes of this. But I could not help but get a little bit giddy. I certainly wish I could be one of those product testers. That'd be pretty cool. Except not really, because I've heard that being a product tester is like really, really kind of awful. Like, you gotta, like, playing a game before it comes out would be cool, but like playing a game 100,000 times to try to look for glitches, I think I would probably not like that anymore. But anyway, back when Pikmin 3 first released, Nintendo made a series of Pikmin short movies. They put these for sale on the Wii U and the 3DS. I believe the 3DS versions were actually in 3D, which was pretty cool. It was just weird that they were selling animated shorts. You had to just buy them. Obviously, like, plenty of people just re-uploaded them on YouTube. That's how I watched them. I actually didn't watch them until fairly recently, which is funny. You'd think I'd be all over that, but I savored them. I put them off until way later, and they're really weird. They're really, really weird, and they introduce some weird stuff to the lore, but that's not what we're talking about now. Point is, they have removed them from the Wii U and 3DS eShops, and they've put them on YouTube. Go figure. Maybe they should have considered doing that in the first place. I mean, it's a very smart thing to do. Obviously, like, that kind of thing, an animated short, you don't make those to make money. Those are promotional tools. You make those in order to promote your game coming out, so I'm very glad that they just realized that finally, so they could put them out. Now you can watch them legally on official channels instead of being an illegal, degenerate pirate like myself watching re-uploads on YouTube. How could you? How could you? Now you can rest easy. Speaking of Pikmin, a new promotional image for Super Nintendo World has arisen, has emerged, has appeared. And as usual, the vast majority of the stuff going on in the poster is just Mario, which is, you know, just Mario. It's a little bit disappointing. There's some interesting stuff. Bowser Jr.'s got the paintbrush. That's actually, like, pretty cool. But I'm going to talk a lot more about Super Nintendo World in an upcoming video. Point is, though, eagle-eyed folks have noticed that there are some Pikmin hidden in this image. I believe we already did know at some point that there were going to be Pikmin hidden around. Apparently, like, Disneyland does this, like, with hidden Mickeys or something. I can't remember if it was just a rumor or not, but this basically confirms that there will be some sort of Pikmin element somewhere, which is cool because so far it's been 100% Mario. So, yeah, at least some little bit of... I mean, if they're going to introduce something that's not Mario, I'm kind of stoked that it's Pikmin. You'd think it would be, like, Zelda or something, maybe a little Pokemon in there or something, but no, apparently it's Pikmin, and that's delightful. The idea of walking around a park and looking for I can't even imagine it. It's too delightful. Speaking of Super Nintendo World, last week I talked about how they were about to open a Mario cafe and store in Universal Studios Japan, just over in the non-Mario section, I suppose, to, I don't know, get people kind of primed and ready for Super Nintendo World. I don't really know, but the cafe and the store have officially opened. You can see this nice little cute little opening ceremony thing here, people enjoying their weird hat desserts, so that's kind of fun. Splatoon 2 is running another Splatfest rerun. Naturally, they are doing Trick versus Treat for Halloween, and again, same as before, it's hard to find people who would pick Trick. I mean, like, no one even actually plays tricks on Halloween. Kids who do, like, the toilet paper and the eggs, but, like, they're jerks, so, like, it's treat, man. It's candy. Everybody, you know what? I got this candy right here. I've been noshing on, I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, I've been noshing on this big old giant bag of candy for days. I feel horrible, but I also feel great. Anyway, what was it talking about? Candy's what I'm talking about. Anyway, Smash Ultimate has received its latest update. Naturally, this brought us Steve and a number of different skins and me costumes and whatnot. There are also, you know, this patch notes and various tweaks and things, as usual. Unfortunately, some people have discovered a glitch with Steve that causes players to fall down through the floor, or the ground, whatever, the stage, whatever you call it. They were actually able to recreate the glitch any number of times, so this is naturally something that Nintendo is going to want to deal with. Nintendo is also going to hold a Smash tourney, the Smash Ultimate European Online Challenge Throwback Throwdown. This was going to happen, but Nintendo has apparently postponed it, citing technical issues. No one is exactly sure what these technical issues are. Some, you know, imagine it could maybe be related to that one glitch. Doesn't seem like incredibly likely. It's at least possible. But this did come after the latest update, which means that there could be a number of glitches or bugs or just, like, issues or networking issues or anything that maybe people haven't even discovered yet. But whatever the case, Nintendo, I mean, it's good that they noticed that there were problems instead of, you know, actually running the event and running into a very big problem. So they have delayed it. It seems they will announce a new date soon. Speaking of Steve, it turns out that his code name in development was Pickle. A pickle, like, I think it's referencing a pickaxe, not a, you know, a pickle. So that's fun. I don't know. End of story, I guess. Animal Crossing New Horizons has also received a new update, though nothing super notable, mostly just worth saying, because, I don't know, it's a news roundup. That's news, right? I guess. I don't know. Super Mario 35 has also received an update, and it's actually its first major update. It does not seem that this has dealt with the hackers, which are currently becoming a problem in the game. Hopefully a later update will deal with them in some way, but at this time it's mostly just very, very small bug fixes. One very crafty Nintendo fan has made a number of physical instruction manuals for various games. As you probably know, they don't really make instruction manuals for games anymore, and they have now made one for Super Mario 3D All-Stars. It's quite big and substantial, looks very, very professional. It's quite impressive. It's one of those things, it's not my thing. I really actually like never cared. I know it's weird. Most people really care about not getting instruction manuals. I don't care, like at all. I just don't care. I'm sorry, it's just more paper to throw away. I used to like reading them when I was a kid, but I just don't anymore. But that's cool. If that's something you're interested in, you know, go check that out. Square Enix has announced that they will be giving us more information on Bravely Default 2, quote-unquote, soon. No one knows exactly what soon means, but that would be very much appreciated. It's been a very long time, I believe, since we've gotten... Have we gotten any new info since the reveal? I'm not 100% sure we have. Maybe there's like one extra thing. I don't know, but whatever the case, it was slated for this year. So at this point, we're getting toward the end of the year. We don't really know if it's gonna come this year. I'm starting to be kind of doubtful. I feel like when they say soon, that means that, you know, sometime this month or next, they'll probably like give us a big new trailer, and it's probably going to be like, yeah, it's coming in spring. It's not coming this year. Which, I mean, you know, will be fine, obviously. Very understandable, but it will be cool to know soon. I've not played a Bravely Default game, but I've always wanted to. I kind of want to pick up the original on 3DS and check it out. Maybe I will, in preparation for 2. A rapper by the name of Logic, who I should probably know who that is, but I don't. I'm sorry. This person apparently spent $226,000 on a Pokemon card, on a first edition Charizard. This is, I mean, you could get a house for that amount of money, but I can't even say he did anything wrong, because a first edition Charizard, well, okay, well, it is and always will be the holy grail of Pokemon cards, and even just like Nintendo memorabilia at all. A first edition Charizard, I mean, that's the kind of stuff I dreamed about when I was a kid. This is a grade 10 too, on like it's perfect. It's an actual literal perfect condition, graded 10, mint condition. Oh, that's incredible. I can't say I'd personally spend that much. I don't have that much lying around on me, you know, but I must say that is jelly. I'm just a little bit jelly. Look at that thing. It's beautiful. I had 3 Charizards when I was a kid. They were the coolest, and they were not first edition, but just regular ones. I had 3 of them. I traded for one, and I pulled 2, and I think somebody stole one, because I don't know where it is, but I still have 2 of them. Pulled 2 Charizards. I pulled 2 Charizards, guys. I'm not even lying. That's the kind of thing your neighbor would tell you is a lie. I wasn't lying, though. I did it for real. It was incredible. It was incredible. I gotta move on. I'm sorry. Recording the roundup lying down in bed is making me, I don't know, it makes me feel a little silly. Like I'm not actually going to be broadcasting this to 100,000 people. It's just kind of me lying in bed making sillies into a microphone. Nintendo is permanently reducing the price of Joy-Cons in Japan by about 16.5%. Unfortunately, this is only standalone Joy-Cons, so I imagine because you get like a discount when you get them both together, this seems to kind of even it out so that, you know, you end up paying about the same if you get, you know, 2 separately or 2 together. Not really exactly sure why they decided to do this. I think it would actually be pretty cool if they did that here. I mean, even especially because they're so unreliable, it would be nice. I mean, like, don't even consider like getting 2 is at a discount. No, they're already so ridiculously expensive. You might as well just make it the same price across the board. You get a Joy-Con, it costs this much. You get 2 together, it is that much times 2. But anyway, not exactly sure why, just Japan, but it's a thing that they're doing, I guess. A modder by the name of what I assume is pronounced Kaze Emmanuel has released a Zelda fan game called The Legend of Zelda: The Missing Link. It uses the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask engine, and story-wise actually bridges the gap between the 2 games. It actually sounds really, really cool. I kind of want to get my hands on this. Even on the 3DS, I wished that Nintendo would do that, like use the same engine as those games and just like make a new game, just make a brand new like 3D Zelda, kind of separately from like the big main console 3D Zeldas, you know, like handheld 3D Zeldas could be like their own thing. Anyway, whole point is Nintendo took it down, as is expected, you know, disappointing but not unexpected. So. There you go. It's gone. I mean, you know, you can always find mirrors and stuff. There's always a way to find them. Not that I'm advocating downloading I can't even pretend that there's anything wrong with downloading fan games. I get Nintendo taking them down, but like, no, it's not like hacking or anything. No, download fan games. Fan games are cool. Industry analysts are predicting that the Nintendo Switch will be the best-selling console of the 2020 holiday season. There's at least a part of me that starts to be like, are you sure about that? Console launches are usually really, really strong. They'll, you know, especially like Sony and Microsoft, their first year will be really good. That holiday season will be great. Even like, you know, even when the Wii U came out, the Wii U didn't do that well overall, but it still had like an okay, you know, it'll still sell like some millions in the first holiday season. So, and there, you know, we've got 2 new systems coming out, and the Xbox Series S is very, very affordably priced. So there's a lot of good competition there. It costs about as much as a Switch. So, and it plays next-gen games, so that's pretty cool. But they do have a lot of good points. One, a lot of people are going to be wanting to purchase multiple Switches for their families, especially, you know, the Switch Lite. Most people probably aren't going to have more than 1 Xbox or PlayStation per household, at least not very commonly, whereas the Switch, you're going to get a lot more people buying multiple. Also, especially considering the situation, Microsoft and Sony are probably going to have a hard time getting enough consoles on shelves. We've seen people are having great difficulty pre-ordering these consoles, so they're probably not going to see as strong of a launch as they would normally want for these, whereas Nintendo they've been selling like hotcakes and producing them like hotcakes, and they're going to be building up their stock, you know, throughout the next few months. So it does make a lot of sense, and considering just the momentum, how much they've been selling during the regular part of the year, that'll tell you how much they're going to sell during the holidays, which is going to be way, way more. So yeah, they're probably right. The Switch has been smashing sales records all year, probably not going to change through Christmas. It's probably going to sell like absolute mad. Monster Hunter is not technically just a Nintendo series, but it has been very, very important on Nintendo hardware, and we do have Monster Hunter Rise coming up, so I'm reporting that the first trailer for the Monster Hunter movie has dropped, and it's just looks awful. I don't know, I'm just so like... so tired of video game movies where they don't even try. Why'd you even do it? Oh, let's take Monster Hunter but make it like an American military shooter. Cool, awesome, thanks guys. Anyway, I don't know if you're into Monster Hunter. They did a trailer. Did you like it? Let me know down in the comments. Did you like that they just removed all the elements of fantasy and just kind of made it military people shooting giant monsters with guns or whatever? So do you like that? I bet someone out there does. I bet no one out there does. No one likes that. But that's game movies. That's what they do. They try to make them dumb on purpose. Apparently. Apparently they do it on purpose. Anyway, this is a big whole thing for another day. Feel Good is a studio that's done a number of games for Nintendo, most notably their little crafty platformers, you know, Kirby's Epic Yarn, Yoshi's Woolly World, Yoshi's Crafted World. They're not an official second-party Nintendo developer. They're actually self-publishing their next game, which is not based on a Nintendo series, and they've revealed some like concept art and stuff for it. So I don't know if you like Feel Good games, you can check out this here. You can kind of get that kind of vibe that the next game is going for. Everyone says it's got Goemon vibes, but I don't really know much about Goemon, so I'm sorry, I don't know. First 4 Figures does a lot of really super duper nice, really expensive, but super duper nice figures, and it's kind of cool. In the UK, Nintendo is actually working with them to sell some of their Zelda figures on their store, which, I don't know, is kind of cool. I mean, these are officially licensed products, so, you know, at least in the UK, you can buy them straight through Nintendo, which is pretty neat. Look at that Majora's Mask. My golly gosh, I've always wanted to get a first 4 figure, and I have not yet, because I'm a little bit scared, because I've heard some things about inconsistent quality, but then they look so good, so I'm not really sure. But golly, I'm looking at that Majora's Mask, and my wallet's itching, man. It is itching hard. Look at it. Oh. In the US and the UK, Nintendo is offering a whole bunch of physical Mario goodies, including some really cool posters for the 3 games in the All-Stars collection. This is kind of surprising because in the US, they used to have a lot of physical prizes you could, like, you know, redeem your points for and stuff. I actually got, like, a number of posters that I don't have up because I just never decorate anything, and I don't know what to do with them, and that I'd gotten over the years. A lot of really cool ones, and so it's kind of cool that they brought that back, actual physical rewards again. I don't know how long any of these will last, or if they're gonna do more physical rewards in the future, but at the very least, right now, assuming they're not all sold out by the time I even speak these words, they got some pretty cool Mario ones. I used to be really into it. I would, like, you could register every single one of your games and, like, get points, and then the digital Wii U thing, you get, like, extra points and all that stuff, and I have not done it ever since they kind of stripped back the service, and there's, like, different kinds of coins now, and I don't really understand it, and so I just don't bother anymore. For all I know, I would be eligible for a bunch of this stuff, but I don't know, and I can't be bothered to check. I don't know. I'm sorry. Well, my friends, we have reached the end of another Nintendo News Roundup. I hope that this has been okay. I know I've been feeling a little goofy. Like I said, I'm just trying to kind of rest and recover, and my voice sounds a little bit funny. Like when I'm lying down, it just makes my voice sound a little deeper, a little funnier, and I'm being a little silly. So I hope it was okay. I will say, though, this is incredibly comfortable. I need to record more videos like this, just lying in bed. I'm completely still, just right on my back. Very, very comfy. Just lying here. Do all my work like this. This is great. Bag of candy? Kidding me? You kidding me with this? What am I getting? What am I getting here? Butterfinger. I'm getting Butterfinger. Open this bad boy up. Oh, fuck and roll out. Yep. What are we talking about? Bye.